Time now for Smart Charts, and this time it's with Taylor Riggs. Taylor?
Hey, Romaine, thank you. And joining me today for Smart Charts is Louise Yamada. She is founder of Louise Yamada Technical Advisors, and that barely begins to describe her because she is stellar when it comes to technical analysis. Louise, great to have you on the program. I wanted to first have you walk me through this chart that we're showing here about a massive topping pattern that we're seeing within the Dow, because as you know, we're now up 20% from the bottom. So is this the beginning of a new bull market, or is this a bear market rally?
In our opinion, Taylor, and thank you for having me, we consider it a bear market rally until proven otherwise. It's something that you define in hindsight, but we've had 4 fast weeks down, 34% down, and now you've had 3 fast weeks up, and that's so characteristic of a bear market rally. Notice that the monthly, which we consider more structural momentum picture, is such that it's been declining throughout 2019, tried to go positive just as we moved into 2020, but was at a much lower level than the previous peak and has since been declining once again. So that's something that needs, at the very least, a period of time for repair when you have that kind of damage that's been done. I think that we need more time to see it move sideways at very best, if not come back and test the low or even break it. We're not, that's not clear at this moment. That's an option. Going sideways is another option, but at the moment I would say bear market rally.
I want to dive down into some of the individual stocks that we're following today. Wells Fargo was making some news. They had a cap on how much they could lend from the Federal Reserve. That cap was temporarily lifted today, meaning that they can now lend out more billions of dollars to help combat the coronavirus than previously they could. Does that signal anything underlying when you take a look at the technicals, if that's a big positive here for the stock?
I think at the moment you've got something that looks like a dead cat bounce. If you look at the chart itself, Wells Fargo had been tracing out a 6-year head and shoulders top, which you can see by the arcs. The head, the largest, the high that took place in 2018 would be the head of this pattern. $45 is the 6-year neckline, if you want to call it that. It's also support for it, but throughout 2018 and 2019, you had lower rally peaks each time the stock tried to rally. So you were already tracing out something that was suggesting people were selling into the rallies on the stock. And it's down 61% peak to trough, and I think that you've done a lot of damage here, and it's going to take a long time if we get. I don't think you're going to get back to the highs on this one.
Louise, finally, just quickly here, a final question. As you take a look at the market and where we are, what is the one key indicator we should be watching if we're in technical analysis that you would like to see to help sort of determine where we are at this moment?
That's a very good question, Taylor. And I think at this moment, given the structural deterioration in the monthly momentum, and the fact that this indicator tends to give us good buy and sell signals, I would want to see that start to stabilize and turn up the way it did back in 2016 in August. The end of August in 2016 gave us a very good signal, a buy signal that suggested the corrective phase that we saw then was over. I think that it's going to take longer in this bear market for us to see that, but that would be something I would want to see. Interestingly, the intermediate term momentum on the weekly basis is also still negative. So we don't even have that intermediate term evidence that a rally could be sustainable. And bear market rallies can be very sharp and swift, and then the bear claw comes out again and grabs us.
I love the analogies, and my thank you to Louise Yamada. She's founder of Louise Yamada Technical Advisors. Thank you for joining us for our Smart Charts segment.